I'll be going through question 19 from Maris Stella High School. This is their term 1 weighted assessment. This is the paper in 2024. So Alex has a kinetic watch. Okay, this watch captures energy from its movement, store it in a rechargeable battery. The energy stored in the battery helps the watch to work even when the watch is not worn. Right? So the diagram shows you the different part. So you can see the moving plate is related to this, and is given kinetic energy. It's related. It's related to this. Okay, not Alex movement. Alex movement already tell you that it's kinetic energy. Okay, then you have the generator, you have the rechargeable battery, you have the hand on the watch surface. So this, I guess, this is the probably the clock itself. It's trying to tell you the needle. Okay, what energy is in the moving plate? Okay, state the energy conversion. What will be the energy in the moving plate? Okay, this the energy will be, since already tell you moving, it must be kinetic. Okay, always look for clues in the object in the object stated. Okay, this is kinetic. Okay, then after that, the energy conversion will be electrical in the generator. Generator is always electrical. For the last one, rechargeable battery. Battery has some form of stored energy. Okay? So this must be your chemical potential energy. Chemical potential energy in this case. Okay? So this will be more or less the correct answer. So let's move on. So Alex conducted an experiment on the watch. Okay, he won the watch for different numbers of hours and record how long it took before the watch stopped working after he removed from its wrist and left untouched on the table. State the hypothesis on how the numbers, on how the number of hours the watch is worn affect how long the watch can work after it is being removed. So this over here is your cause. This is your effect. Okay. Basically, you can take a look. It's a cause and effect statement. Okay, there's a cause and effect, and it's asking you to draft a cause and effect statement. Or sometimes what we can say, this is actually your change variable. This is your measured variable. Because of this will happen. Okay, and they already specifically tell you that hypothesis. Hypothesis can be written in a relationship. Can be written as claim. Can be written as conclusion. Okay? There are quite a few ways to write it. Okay? Since they already tell you the change and the measure variable, and it looks like a relationship statement, right? You can write it in a relationship manner. So basically, a hypothesis, right, is actually a claim or prediction before you carry out the experiment. So it's a test, right? Not to say the correct actual result, but it's a test of your skills, how you write the claim. And there can be three answers to it. Okay, so it's either you walk the longer you want the watch, the longer the watch can work. Okay, this will be the most direct. So as the number of hours the watch is worn increases, the watch can work after it's removed increases. Okay, you wear the watch longer, the longer the watch can work after you remove it. Or it can be this. A bit strange, but this is true, okay? Because it's a prediction. As the number of hours the watch is worn increases, the watch can work after it is removed decreases. That means the longer you wear it, the duration that the watch can work, right, decreases, become lesser. This can be a prediction because you haven't conducted the result. So this both can be correct statement. Or the third one is usually this. The number of hours the watch is worn does not affect how long the watch continues to work after it is removed. So that means this one has no relationship at all. No relationship between the cause or between the change and the measure variable. That means that the number of hours you worn it does not affect. Maybe it has already a fixed amount. Whether you watch it for 2 hours, for 4 hours, or for 6 hours, it can work for only for 4 hours. Maybe it's already set. This could be the third answer. So a hypothesis is really how you write the claim. In that sense, you can write it relationship, and this is a relationship statement, or you can write it in a claim way, which is this part. Okay, or this part actually looks a little bit like a conclusion. Okay, so you can write it in this way. Okay, so either of this way it is fine. Okay, so that means either of these answers is correct. But of course, the most logical answer is actually the first one. Okay, the longer you want it, the more kinetic energy get transferred to the watch moving part, and more it generate more electricity, and of course it causes more chemical potential energy in the battery itself. This will be the most logical, but it doesn't mean that the other two cannot be the answer, because it's a hypothesis. This and this can be the answer as well. It really depends on how you write and what you write, and it should be in this manner. Okay, because they are asking for this skill set. Okay, so the result of the experiment is shown in this table. So as you can see, okay, if the number of hours the watch is 1 increases, okay, the number of hours the watch work after it's being removed also increases. So the longer you wear it, the longer it can work on its own. It's support number one over here. Okay, based on this result, which is given in the table, explain the energy conversion. This is the part that you have to do. You have to rely on the box. Okay, we have done in part A. So let me just zoom it up for this part. There's a specific way to answer this question. Okay, so the longer you want, you will have more kinetic energy, right? More kinetic energy in the LX movement, and this more kinetic energy can be transferred. Why do we use the word transfer? Because it's the same energy type. Okay, so transfer to more kinetic energy in a moving part. And because the next one is a different energy type, we will use the word convert, okay, which can be converted to more electrical energy. Okay, maybe I will use a different color for this. Okay, I'll use a different color so that we don't mix up, and you can see later on. Okay, more electrical energy in a generator, which can further convert into more chemical potential energy. Okay, more chemical potential. Oh, this is a bad color. More chemical potential energy in the rechargeable battery. So then the outcome will be watch can work longer after it is removed. Okay, so this will be the energy change, and you can see there is 3 parts to it. Okay, this is the first part. Then this whole part, right, is the second part on energy conversion, and this part over here is actually the third part, the outcome. Okay, so I'm going to write it in this way. Okay, for answer part C, you can use the box, which is what I refer to part A to actually guide you. So the first part is really to state the factor. Okay, duration of the watch. So as Alex watched the wear the watch for a longer time, so what happens? You talk about the energy conversion, okay, which is the box. Okay, this is where the box come in. Okay, so more kinetic energy. Okay, let me just highlight the color so that you can see. Okay, more kinetic energy from Alex movement. Can you see? I just copy exactly and entirely over here, but I add the word more. Is transferred, okay, to more kinetic energy in the moving plate. Okay, wait. So sorry, I should use red. More kinetic energy in the moving plate, which shows this part. And now we are talking about converted into more electrical energy in a generator. Okay, which is this part. Okay, last part will be this. Okay, which is then further converted into more chemical potential energy stored in a rechargeable battery. Okay, therefore this part is the last part. Therefore the outcome, okay, the function of the watch causing the watch to work for longer period of time, okay, after it is being removed. So the key is, other than you need to use, okay, there's 2 key parts. use correct energy and item that they are referring to. So you can use the box to guide you. Okay, number 2, for this one, you have to use comparative adjective. Like the word more. Like the word longer. Which is this part and this part, these few parts, to be able to fully explain this question in terms of its energy conversion and how does it change when you have an increasing factor. So for this part, it's quite clear cut. You can take a pause. This will be your exact answer, no doubt. This will be your one way to answer it. You can see the steps are very labeled clearly. So now we take a look at the last one. Based on his results, Alex predict that wearing the watch for 6 hours will have the watch working longer than wearing for 4 hours after it is removed. However, the watch work less hours after Alex worn the watch for 6 hours than he worn the watch for 4 hours. Assuming that the watch is not small, give a possible reason. So by right, 6 hours should work longer. By right, but it's not the case. It works shorter than 4 hours. That is what the problem is being phrased. So if this is not small, how can this happen? You have to take note. This, you can have this right, is because you have more electrical energy, more kinetic energy, and more kinetic energy from Alex movement. If during that 6 hours Alex did not move a lot, is Alex is sleeping, if he is sleeping, then he's not very active. He's not very active. There is not a lot of kinetic energy that will be transferred to the moving plate. So over here, maybe during that 6 hours, he's not moving a lot. There's less kinetic energy that can transfer to the moving plate, and subsequently, it will be converted to less energy in the rechargeable battery, causing it to work slightly a little bit shorter. So this will be the key part. So let me just show it to you. So there was less movement. Maybe sleeping or doing something else during the 6 hours as compared to the 4 hours that he won during that 4 hour period. So less kinetic energy from Alex movement was converted into less chemical potential energy stored in the rechargeable watch, causing the watch to work for a shorter time. So this will be the main part. Let me highlight the key point. Less movement, less kinetic energy from his movement, converted to less potential energy in a rechargeable battery. Watch work for a shorter period of time. So that's all for this question. Thank you very much.